The China Incentive Business Travel and Meeting Show has been running for 8 years. But what does the future hold for the exhibition, and how does it fit into the Reed Travel Exhibitions portfolio? Jackie Timms, first of all, talk us through CIBTM and the main aims for the show, the core reason that it exists.
I think the core reasons, there's really three core reasons that it exists. It really is about bringing buyers and sellers together, obviously, creating a platform for them to do business together on the floor. There's two other key components for CIBTM, and that would be our education that we run over the course of the program, and also the opportunity to network. So they're really the three core reasons why we put the show on.
And with respect to the China market, why do you think it's important for a country like China, and I suppose, that it's neighbouring countries, to have a show like CIBTM?
I think it's so important for China because, as we all know, the market is just phenomenal growth is what we're experiencing. So to open that up and open the opportunity for both inbound and outbound, it's really, really important that China has that exposure to our market.
So Craig, essentially we've talked about the benefits of the China market. What about the industry overall outside of China?
Well, I think this show takes away a lot of the myths, or maybe myths is too strong a word, but people outside of China, at least going back a few years, weren't really sure what to expect. Maybe they were even a little frightened, or unsure anyway, of what to expect when coming to China. And I think what this show has actually done is dispel a lot of those myths. And here we are in a 5-star luxury hotel, fantastic property by Kempinski. We've all had a tremendous evening. And, it just shows what China can offer. And everywhere you look, and every time I come back to China, I'm amazed at the rate of change, all the new hotels or highways and everything else which is going on here. So I think when our clients come here, whether they're buyers or sellers, in fact, CIBTM just helps them get a whole more realistic view of what is possible in China.
And of course, there's that whole education side, which of course Jackie picked up on. And although a big part of the education program is making sure the skills are here on the ground, it's also about informing the global marketplace about how they should do business in China, isn't it?
Well, absolutely, and it's a two-way street. There is education aimed here at CIBTM for the Chinese, for the local population, but there is also education aimed at teaching international people how to do business in China, what culturally is different about doing business in China. So there's education at different levels, and I have to say I've been coming to China since the early 90s, and I know it's a cliche, but you never stop learning.
And that's the way it should be, really, isn't it? Now, before I talk to Jackie about, going forward with the CIBTM, let's put the show into perspective with respect to the overall IBTM portfolio.
Yeah. Well, this show's been going since 2005, so we're in our 8th edition. We missed a year in 2008 because of the Olympics here in Beijing, which were clearly so successful, and we'd taken the eye off CIBTM rather. But within the portfolio, we are. We look at all new markets, as you know. In fact, when I leave here at the end of this week, it won't be long before I'm back on a plane going to Mumbai for our first IBTM India, which is new for us. We have IBTM Africa in April next year. So we are constantly looking at, what the marketplace wants from us, where it will support us, and what events we can bring. But CIBTM is one of several jewels in the crown, let me put it that way, because the rate of expansion of this event is fantastic. it has tripled in size since 2005. Not many trade shows do that at that pace.
Well, I was in Beijing in 2010, and I've seen a big difference in the city just, in 3 years. Now, Jackie, that brings us on to the future. Where do you see CIBTM going?
Well, I think, as Craig just mentioned, in the short time that it's been here, since 2005, triple the size. So, honestly, I'd like to see that again, sort of in the next 5 years. So, to be honest with you, I think that, the opportunity is just so endless for us to be able to grow it, which is a beautiful place to be.
And of course, you're heavily involved with AIM. And what's happening with that show?
We are working very hard. We're 5 months out to AIM in February next year. So the floor is filling up very fast, which is really good. So sales are coming in each week. There's a couple of new initiatives that we're working on that we're going to be really excited about launching in February next year. So again, as you know, AIM has been such a very well-established show down in Melbourne. So we will continue to improve by making sure that we bring the right host of buyers to the event and the right visitors, and ensuring that the exhibitors have a wonderful time there, because it is, as I said, quite a mature show. So to improve on on excellence is a challenge in itself, but we'll continue to do that.
And we all need a challenge. Craig, Jackie, thank you very much for talking to me.
Thanks,
Thanks,
Ian.
Ian.